What's good, family? This is like my third take at this video. I had tried a couple different formats, but they're just not ready yet. So I'm gonna do this the good old-fashioned way here, which is fine with me. Um, so basically, I'm just gonna run through this Valorant launch ranks and competitive article that was released, I think, at the beginning of today, um, and it looks like Ranked is going to come out Tuesday or Wednesday, which from the upload of this video will basically be tomorrow or the next day, so very soon. Um, so basically they're telling you here like what's going on with Ranked and what their intent is later. So basically the main summary is that the Ranked icons and whatever has been updated. They mentioned it's easier to play with your friends. I'll get into that. And there's going to be ranked progression tracking that's going to go live later. So right off the bat, here's the icons. There's been a lot of debate about whether or not these are good. I personally liked them before, and now I like them even more. I like how shiny they are. I like how vibrant they are. I love the Immortal recolor as well. I think they're easier to distinguish now. If you're new, basically the way it works is it goes 1, 2, 3. So if you're in 1 and you rank up, you go to 2, then you go to 3. So if you're Iron 3, you rank up, then you'll be Bronze 1. It's not even really worth noting, but I think they flipped the Bronze thing upside down. They also renamed Valorant rank to Radiant rank, apparently so as not to confuse that rank with the actual name of the game. Additionally, the trends with these icons here is, number one, that every league up, the shape has another side to it. So this one's an oval. It's a little bit of an exception. Then you've got a 3-sided triangle, basically. Then you got 4 sides and 5 sides and 6 and 7. And then the other way that you would identify this in a game is that if it's a 1 rank, it's pretty basic. It's got nothing on it. A 2 rank has these little accents around the outside. And then the 3 rank has the same accents, but it's got a star in the middle. So that's basically what I got to say on that. To me, it looks a lot better, but I've definitely heard some debate on this. As far as placement matches and pre-made, basically what they're saying is they want it to be easy for you to match with your friends. If you're being placed, it's going to be easier. I guess when you're in placement, there's a lot wider range of people you can queue with, although it's still the case that if you're a noob, you can't queue with somebody who's really good, whatever that means. I don't know what the exact requirements are, but I would assume that once you're placed in general, it would stay the same, that maybe somebody's got to be within 2 leagues from you. So say you're gold, right? Let's say you're gold 2, then you could queue with someone bronze 2 and up all the way to up to diamond 2 here. But it looks like if you're in placement, I guess there's some more lenience on that. That's not super clear to me. Next, they have this little spiel about fairness, which they supposedly got close to in beta. Matchmaking is probably not going to make everybody happy right off the bat, whether that means that games are going to feel one-sided or whether you've got someone you think is an idiot on your team. It's probably not going to be perfect right off the bat, but I think as time goes on, that's going to be something that will balance out. And then the last thing they mentioned about this is that at the top at Immortal and Valorant, Immortal and Radiant, right? They have, since there's a smaller player pool and they need to get people matched together, there's a chance that a 5-man team pre-made will be matched against 5 solos who are filled together, and at that level of play, that's obviously a big advantage. And they say that that's basically not something that's going to be addressed right away, but they're obviously very conscious of that. And then the other thing that's going live as soon as this patch is released, 1.02, is that they will be tracking your progress behind the scenes. And then in the near future, they're going to move this progress somewhere where you can actually see it and maybe even interact with it to some degree. It looks like it'll start in your match history, but they say eventually other locations in the client. And they say that could be wins at your highest achieved rank, etc. I don't really know too much what that could look like. It could look like something like maybe they would have on op.gg for League, or maybe like in League even I think they added something in League that's similar to that. So that'll be cool. I think ranked progression is a very big appeal for this game in general, but that's my opinion. And then beyond, this is basically their future plans. It looks like there's demand for features that support teams, tournaments, overtime handling, which I assume literally has to do with the final, like round 25, I'm not sure. More granular top rank comparisons like leaderboards. All that stuff is cool, they're saying, but basically they just want to get ranked live, which I think is what everybody wants. Again, I think it's a big appeal to the game. And then they say that they emphasize team play here at the end, and they want to reward people who come together and compete and whatever. So that's about it for ranked. I'm considering making another video about how to cooperate on a ranked team, or like different ways to handle like people on your team and whatnot, and like do's and don'ts of the way that you act in ranked based on like who's in your team and who's not in your team, and or like how they're acting, like if you've got an idiot in your team, like what to do or what not to do, to help you climb, because I'm very passionate about climbing the ranks, which comes from League, but I expect to be the same way with this game, so that'll be lots of fun. Aside from that, I think that's basically it. In the coming days, I'm just going to be basically digesting ranked, and we'll see where I get placed and all that. It'll be lots of fun. And this article is essentially just what's happening now and then what they're thinking for the future. So I also expect to see some patch notes maybe in another day. So that'll be neat as well. But I appreciate it. If you're not already subbed, please sub. I plan on making a lot more videos. I have a lot more things to experiment with, a lot more things to test, a lot more things to get better at. And also, please leave me a comment on what you make of all this and whether or not you're excited for ranked. I'll be reading them all. And I appreciate it. Peace.